Hey guys, welcome back to Channel Claire. I hope that you all are having a great day wherever you are in this crazy world. Now, this is going to be a quick video on Johnny Depp and Maïwenn concerning their movie Jean du Barry, which will be released in the States in May. Super excited about that. But I saw this article come across my timeline about a week ago, possibly, and it said that the crew was scared of Johnny Depp, and it implied that Maïwenn, the director, she also starred in the movie alongside Johnny, was implying that she felt that way and was making that statement. So I saw the article, I stopped, I paused momentarily, I read it, read the headline, I didn't read the article because I wasn't going to waste my time on something I knew was just foolishness. And we know how the media likes to tweak things and run things on their own narrative, okay? Also, I knew that last year there were some articles about how Johnny and Maïwenn were having some type of arguments on set. Maybe they were having some type of disagreements. Maïwenn has came out herself saying that yes, there was arguments, but it may have been about creative differences and such. But she made the statement, she did the interview with Charlotte O'Sullivan, and immediately, obviously, one article puts it out that the crew is scared of Johnny. Of course, all the other articles from media publications are going to be running the same headline. So I started seeing it more. I was like, I'm not going to say anything unless it becomes an issue. And thankfully, Maïwenn has came out and made another statement to correct this narrative, and she feels betrayed and disappointed in the journalist Charlotte O'Sullivan and feels like she was not trying to hear her and took what she said and twisted it in a way that was not supposed to be implied. So let's hear what Maïwenn has to say in her official statement of what she really meant when it came to the crew being afraid of Johnny. It is very clear that this is a passion project for Maïwenn. So this was her everything. This is her baby, you know? So you have someone, yes, Johnny on set, who in himself is just a force. He is an actor. He's been in many films. He is an actual thespian studying the art. So I feel like when he comes on set, he probably wants to impose some of his knowledge potentially and give some of his thoughts in creative direction. Whereas Maïwenn, this is her baby and she's producing this film and she's like has her own creative thought process that she's been visualizing for years. So you have that, you're being on the set that's already high stress environment, and I guess at some points they went at it. Okay. Maïwenn doesn't seem to be that affected by the situation, but of course, any type of volatility that is being said when it comes to Johnny is just going to be taken and ran with. So this is what Maïwenn had to say. So, full statement. Usually, my interview questions start with, Maïwenn, how did the genesis of the film come about? For the first time in a year, I did an interview where the first question was, Maïwenn, what was your favorite film with Johnny Depp? I should have been wary from the start, as it was crystal clear, but I was blind and naive. As the interview ended, I realized I hadn't been asked a single question about the film, and it was clear that this reporter was looking to make a fuss to find controversy. When I made a remark about Johnny being scary, I was talking about his charisma, his notoriety, his star status, etc., and was shocked when I discovered that the newspaper had headlined that the crew were afraid of Johnny. Because written like that and without its context and subtleties, it absolutely no longer means the same thing. The journalist did not want to grasp the subtlety of my words. I would like to make things very clear. Johnny is scary in the sense that his charisma and his status as king is impressive. I should have used the word impressive. If I had known Charlotte O'Sullivan would use my words in such a malicious way, something is obvious to me. Charlotte O'Sullivan does not give a damn about films and cinema and only wants to start controversy. She obviously doesn't like cinema. While we are in the middle of the Me Too movement, here's the woman journalist who only spoke to me about the men in my film or in my life through the prism of men, as if I only existed thanks to men. Not a single question about the making of my film, nor my inspirations, or anything else. And then they complain that there aren't enough female directors. She did not want to talk about me or my work itself. That is what I personally call fake feminism. Again, I want to be very clear. Johnny Depp is a huge actor, one of the greatest. He reminded me of a lot of Brando, his genius and sufferings, his generosity and paradoxes. Even though we argued several times on set, he's someone I totally respect and admire, and it's important for me to correct my own narrative because I feel really betrayed by this interview with Charlotte O'Sullivan. So that is Maïwenn's statement. That is her statement. So yes, they argued on set. I wish I was a fly on the wall to see what type of arguments were going down on set, what disagreements, what creative differences were going on. And in the light of things, is it the best thing to hear that Johnny was arguing on set? No, given everything. But at the end of the day, he's still human. He's still able to function as a human being. The case was that Miss person who is not going to be named was lying that he was an abuser, which he is not, but he is still a human. I have been in arguments. You have been in arguments. In no way did she say that she was touched and or abused. She has respect and admiration for Johnny. Period. And I think that she was very clear in this statement, at least, about what she meant. And how disappointed she is that Charlotte O'Sullivan twisted her words. So that is where I will leave you guys, just so we know and can close this out. This is what the real story is. It wasn't that the crew was like, oh my God, I'm scared of Johnny. Anytime he walked, they were scattering and fearing for the, like, no. He walked on set. It's Johnny Depp. Everyone's looking like, oh my God, like, oh my goodness. And she's like, at that moment, I'm seeing him turn into the king. People are looking at him. They're like, oh my God, this is so crazy. Like, she's impressed by who he is. And then to turn that into the king and you're in Versailles, like, it's just awesome to see. So I can't wait to see this film next month. I'll let you know how it goes once I figure out how I can watch it. But I will see you guys in another video.